What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. Let me tell you, South Africa got TV right. South Africa, and I'm going to say Spain too, but we talking about South Africa right now. They know how to do TV. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to be watching Blood and Water on Netflix. We on season 4, episode 1, and they started off with a banger. The same way they ended season 3. The same way this whole series have been going. It's been a banger. Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this beginning episode was no different. All right, now we did start off a little bit different than we have in previous seasons. So let me just tell you, if you're new here, welcome, come on in. Subscribe to the channel so that way you can be updated on more videos. I am going to be doing recaps weekly. So do not put spoilers in my comment section. And we're going to talk about the episode that we're actually reviewing at that particular time. This is unedited. This is unscripted. That means I'm not taking notes this season at all. I'm going off of the top of my head and try to remember the best that I can. And then we're going to have open conversation dialogue down in the comment section. Y'all get with it, right? Episode 1 of season 4 is titled Beware of Things Buried. Now I'm confused. What's buried? Well, we know that we lost Baba in season 3, Puleng's daddy. He died. We know that we lost Fiks' mama in season 3. She was murked. What else is buried? I don't know. I don't know. Well, we got some new stuff that's came alive though. If y'all been watching my PNTVs, y'all will know that Blood and Water and Elite, the Spain TV show, are doing crossovers, or they did a crossover this particular season. Fiks, she actually was in an exchange program, went to Spain. She ended up on Elite. They actually showed that season already last TV season, which was the fall. In this particular season, we got Ivan. He's coming to Africa to be in the exchange program. Fiks had talked him into it, right? Okay, if you haven't checked that show out, go check out Elite. They got 7 seasons. It's good. It's raunchy. And it's good. But it's murder, mayhem, and all that stuff. It's a little bit more than how Blood and Water is. But I don't know, this season it looked like Blood and Water gonna get there. It looked like Blood and Water gonna get there, baby. Okay, so we open up with a montage of what happened between the spring semester and the new school year beginning. And we're doing so by way of Fiks having a therapy session. Puleng is also talking to someone about what happened. And so we get to see a lot of what went down. So Mudapo, who is KB's daddy, and his mama, they in court for their crimes of sex trafficking, kidnapping, you know, all the stuff they had done in the past. If you if you're new here and you haven't watched the previous season, this is going to be a spoiler. Okay, we found out that Fiks is indeed Puleng's sister. She is indeed this kid that was kidnapped 17, now 18 years ago. And she has now been reunited with her real family, right? And we know that KB's father and mother, Lisbeth, has something to do with that. Lisbeth is the head bitch in charge, baby. Lisbeth is the one who was basically running the whole organization, the whole ring. But now Lisbeth and KB's daddy, Mudapo, Malta, or Matla. It's M-A-T-L-A. I've been calling them Malta for 3 seasons. But Mudapo is their last. No, who's Mudapo? Anyway, child. KB daddy. So he was the lawyer that was over the whole Point of Grace kidnapping ring. We know that Puleng's daddy, Baba, used to work there, and you know, Puleng's mama, Tandika, had a baby outside of the marriage, and he took that baby and boom, sold it off. Or they kidnapped it, one or two, you know. So we know all this stuff, right? So everybody's kind of settling in. Puleng's talking to therapy. You know, she had got shot. She had to get, I believe it was a kidney from her daddy, her real daddy, because we found him too with his fine ass. She had to get a kidney from him. But she's still living with Brian, which was the daddy who she grew up with, believing was her real father. He didn't know until all this happened that Fiks wasn't his real child. Okay, so this was a shock to him too. So she can't really blame him for what her mama did. So, all right. So, for Kelly, it's not only spending time with Puleng and Tandika and Sia, the little brother. She's also spending time with her new daddy. I can't remember his name. And so it's causing some little tension between her and Brian. Plus, Brian is still Fiks daddy. Brian is still grieving the loss of his wife. Okay, remember she was arrested and she was murked in jail. Well, we found out Elizabeth had something to do with that. Elizabeth the cold one, baby. Elizabeth the cold one. I realize I'm watching a whole lot of TV shows that the women is reigning supreme. I'm telling you that. Okay, they gangsters. They thugs out here. So, Fiks has gotten back into swimming. And, she was like the prime, the all American, not all American because she African, all South African, all African. She was reigning supreme. She was up there, okay? She was up there in the swim leagues. And with everything that was going on with her, she hasn't been able to swim. Remember she got shot. She got this big old gash still on her that ain't healed properly, for real. Okay, so she's back in the pool, which her daddy don't want her to be because he knows she ain't healed. Now the doctor is telling her, according to Fiks, that she is able to swim. I'm already got my eyes open and worried about this doctor. Let me tell you why. Because remember, Chris's mama was the school therapist before. And she was part of the doggone kidnapping and trafficking ring. Okay, she was supposedly forced into the life. I don't give her excuse. She turned state's evidence later on. But still, I still don't give her no whatever. So, yeah, I'm like, something ain't right with this doctor. Every time they talk to these doctors and they spill all their souls, spill their beans and everything, something is kind of fishy and iffy with that thing there. Okay, so, Puleng, last time we had saw her, she was riding in the car with Baba. Somebody hit them. Baba died. She ended up in the hospital. Then she got kidnapped into the ring. Janice, which is Chris, Sam. Sam's mama, it was the one who was the therapist. With Sam, they was on this boat and they being finna be trafficked off some doggone where in the chief of police vans. He was the one who was helping him out in his ring. By the way, the chief is missing, child. The chief is missing. Everybody be coming up missing on this show. So, yeah, that's what's going on with him. I forgot what the hell I was talking about, but we're going to keep it moving. So, I was talking about Chris and Sam and Janet. Chris wasn't even supposed to be in part of that conversation because Chris is the white boy if y'all didn't know who he was. Sam and Janet. Sam is actually dating for Kelly. And something happened to Sam. So they show us some flashback scenes, some memories of Sam being waterboarded, Sam being tortured, and then you hear Elizabeth say, make it look like he wanted it. Which leads me to believe that they touched Sam inappropriately and very violently. It sounds to me like Sam was raped. Did I say that word? I just said it. Well, damn. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. Because Sam is shooketh. Every time we see Sam, he is literally shaking, hands trembling. He can't formulate words. And he seems like he is suffering from this trauma a tad bit more than Puleng is. Now, Puleng, like I said, they had her in front of the camera, had her ready to traffic her off to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And she having nightmares and everything. She see people lurking in the dark because the last thing that Elizabeth told her when she got convicted and they was leaving out of that courtroom was that, baby girl, this ain't over. Not by a long shot. Watch your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing, but that's what basically Elizabeth was trying to tell her. Okay, so Puleng is paranoid. She think everybody watching her. She don't know how to socialize with anybody anymore. I'm surprised that they socializing anyway. Okay, so because KB's parents are now convicted of kidnapping and self-trafficking, he ain't got no home. So he ends up moving in with Chris. Well, it's going to help Chris out anyway because Chris' mama just cut his funds off. You know, his parents ain't never around anyway. They both lawyers and they both travel the world all the damn time. I think we saw Chris' parents come home one damn time in 4 seasons. He ain't home anyway, and he needs a roommate in his big ass type of mansion that he living in. So KB is now gonna move in with him. The problem is Chris is always on the turn up, child. He's always on the turn up. He throwing a party to the end of the summer, welcome everybody back to the school, and you know everybody there partying, turning up except for Puleng. Puleng looking like she done lost somebody, which she did because she lost Bible, okay, and she almost lost her own life. So I can understand not wanting to party, but you know the summer been long, the year been long, and she at this party anyway, drunk, baby, drunk, and her cousin there, Lunga, and he knows trying to keep an eye on her. But not really, because he in his feelings about Chris. Now remember, Chris is bisexual, right? And last time that Lunga saw Chris or spoke to Chris, Chris was telling him that he wanted to be with him, that he wanted to get with him. He was gonna open himself up to him, and I'm gonna meet you here. And then Wendy called and said, "Surprise, baby, I'm home." See, Wendy is the one. I love her. She's so fucking gorgeous. She's like the bright bulb in the school. She's the smartest one in the damn school. But she was annoying as fuck. Nobody liked her because she was bougie minded. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I love me some Wendy. Well, Wendy fell in love with Chris. Baby, we don't even know how that happened because they hated each other. They hated each other for a long time, but they fell in love with each other because they had to work around each other, and they got to know each other a little better, a little bit deeper, and then you know they developed feelings. Now, Wendy had went off to an exchange program type of situation, and Chris got in his doggone feelings like, oh, she don't really want to be with me. I ain't worthy of her. This, that, and the third, because he's been a fuck up for a long doggone time. He fucks a lot of stuff up, and so he fucked up and slept with Lunga. Okay. Now he slept with Lunga, and Wendy popped back on him like, "Hey, boo, I'm here." And now his feelings is all like, "Oh my goodness, my baby is back," right? So he sees her. She at the party looking good. Good, I tell you, she looking good. And he kissing all up on her, and who peeps up in the background? Lunga. And then Lunga did one of the worst hater moves. I can't stand people like this. Now, I done slept with you. You ain't been 100 with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to befriend your woman. That way you get to see me all the time. You get to hear her tell you about how good of a friend I am to her. All the while, I'm only doing this just to get underneath your skin because I really want you. You really ain't a friend to Wendy. You using Wendy to get back at Chris. Lunga. I ain't like Lunga. I ain't like Lunga since he first came on the show. I think I might have told y'all that before. But I ain't like Lunga. I don't like his character. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him. Maybe because he got with Chris. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But anyway, Lunga in his doggone fee-fees, and you know, Chris happy to see his boo back. He happy about his boo back. And Lunga trying to make it seem like it don't really mean nothing, like we was just sex anyway. Chris know better. But because he like, so you and Wendy best friends now? He's like, well, I could be her friend, whatever. I don't like Lunga. Anywho, but he's supposed to be there looking out for Puleng because that's Puleng's cousin. So in that sense, you know, I like that he looking out for Puleng, except he took his eye off the ball at this damn party, and Puleng crept her ass off in a room by herself, soaking, drunk like a motherfucker, like I said, and in walks Ivan from Elite. She's like, can you get out? He like, no. We at a party, girl. It's the wrong place to try to get some privacy. How you doing? But nah, I'll leave if you really want me to. And she's like, nah, I don't want you to because I like the accent where you come from. I forgot that Chris was from Brazil. I mean, not Chris. Why am I mixing people's name up? Ivan. Yvonne. Let's get it right. It's Yvonne. Except they keep calling him Ivan. But it's Yvonne. Okay. And I forgot he was from Brazil because, you know, the show he owned is in Spain. Anywho, child. They start drinking, you know, getting to know each other a little bit. And then all of a sudden they got to know each other a whole lot. And Puleng was busting it wide open. I was like, what's going on? Okay, you could clearly tell everybody ain't themselves, right? Including Fikele Billy. Fikele come in looking dapper. Oh my God. They styling the shit out of these girls this season. She came in looking fresh and so clean. And she came in with Chris, and her sexual energy is all up to. Remember, she just got back from Spain. They buck wild up in Spain, right? They was getting busy up in Spain. She come back and she want to be all lovey-dovey with Sam and everything. She pushed him up against the wall and saying, "I want you," and that triggered him. And so we get some more flashbacks of what happened when he was being tortured and pushed up against the wall and then saying, make him look like he wanted this, that, and other. That's what I'm saying. Somebody touched Sam in the wrong way, child. Somebody touched Sam in the wrong way. And he had to push Fiks off like, hey, this ain't the time, child. This ain't the time. Okay, so, at the party, Wade is there. Wade is still the same person he was in season 1. He get like a girl. She smiled at him 1 second too long, and then he all hook, line, and sinker. Okay, him and Puleng not messing around no more. They just friends now. But now, some new little girl, I don't forgot her name already, smiled too big in Wade, and now Wade is in love again. Okay, she's just a sophomore. He's a senior, but she all in love. And I don't know, she has this jealous streak about herself that I'm not understanding. She come in, and I can see her possibly being jealous of Puleng because Wade had a crush on Puleng for a long time. But she don't seem jealous of Tahira. And after Puleng, he was with Tahira for a long doggone time. Okay? Speaking of Tahira, she about to flunk out of school. Remember, she trying to get this scholarship program, and she had already lost the automatic scholarship she's supposed to get. So she's trying to qualify for this program, but she got to get 95% on her English test, and she came up with a 49%, child. Okay, no matter what she do throughout the whole season, she don't think she's gonna ever hit that 95%. She's gonna lose her scholarship. That's all that's really happening with Tahira, with the exception of she found out about this doggone school test ring with Bruce and them. Remember Bruce, the one that tried to beat up Sia? He tried to punk KB to this episode. But yeah, Bruce and the other cohorts that was doing the dirt with Blondie. I can't think of Blondie's real name. I can't never think of her real name. They was doing the dirt with Blondie, right? They buying tests from this dude. Either she gonna tell on them, or she gonna try to buy tests herself to try to get that scholarship. One of the two things gonna happen. Okay, so let's go back to the party. So Puleng busted wide open for Ivan or Yvonne. Wade done fell in love already with the new sophomore chick. She's gorgeous too. All the women on this show is gorgeous as hell. KB, he's still writing music. I'm so shocked that everybody is so accepting of KB, being his parents, mama and daddy, just went to jail for kidnapping and child sex trafficking, right? Or child trafficking, whatever. So KB had the little DJ play one of his little tunes. Everybody vibing to it. Everybody bounce to it. It's a hit, right? What did Chris do? Chris decided to send that track to the radio station. The radio station decided to play it, right? Well, it's the track that KB used a sample that he didn't get permission for. So we already know that KB finna go down this rabbit hole of having a copyright infringement with somebody. We already know this. Chris gonna say he already reached out to the dude who owns the song. His social media account is super old. He sent him an email and it bounced back. So he think the dude probably dead for all he know. So let's move forward. He gonna try to start booking him gigs and festivals and this, that, and the third, right? Well, as his popularity is growing again, because KB was already popular, Bruce, the bully, comes in and show the checks KB. Now KB ain't never been no bitch. KB ain't never been no punk. KB will fight your ass in a heartbeat, okay? Now he got his ass kicked by Wade, but still he will fight your ass. So, he squared up on Bruce like, what the fuck is your problem, cuz? Right? And Bruce was like, your mama and your daddy's sex traffickers, you probably just like them, this, da. So they was about to throw them hands. But Ivan and Chris broke it up. They separated the crowd, and everybody partied and went their separate ways. Now, remember Wade's mama was the principal, right? And she lost her job, and the new dude, I'm gonna call him Pigeon Prince. He's giving his speech the next day about how the kids need to look out for each other. Each one, reach one, teach one. And you do it my way or the hard way. You know what I'm saying? That's basically his whole speech he's giving. And I know Tahira and Wendy had went to them about their low test scores. Wendy even got a D. Went to them about their low test scores. And a pigeon flew into the doggone office. Y'all, what's the significance of a bird being in the house? It's supposed to be bad luck, right? With a bird flying to your house? Well, I know this is a school, but the pigeon flew into the school. The principal down under the table, baby. He underneath the table. Wendy and Tahira sitting there like, what's wrong with this fool, right? Trying not to laugh, but laughing. Okay, and so the pigeon ended up shitting on his desk. And it flew out the window. So that's why he's called Pigeon Prince, because I can't think of what his name is. He gonna be trouble. He's already annoying. He was annoying last semester. He gonna be annoying this semester too, because he coming in trying to rule with an iron fist. And these kids ain't about their life. You know what I'm saying? They not technically adults, but they've been living the adult lifestyle for a minute. Okay? Especially with, Puleng on her investigative measures. So while we at school listen to the assembly, Puleng has been getting anonymous text messages from somebody. Saying you need to meet with me, you need to talk to me, or I'm gonna expose you. Whoever this person is, they was in court when she was at the court proceeding and took a picture of her and sent the picture with, like, when you got the gun scope design on her face, like, yeah, I got you, my eyes on you, I see you, Puleng. Okay, well, now this mug done evidently caught video footage of her and Yvonne busting it wide open, and he ready to expose her. So Puleng don't want to tell her mama about it. Her mama is really overprotective right now. She want Puleng to text her every 30 minutes. That ain't finna happen, girl. Every 30 minutes, I'm not finna be sitting there texting you. I'm not finna be able to do it. Anyway, Puleng was drunk anyway, so she couldn't text her from that party. But still, every 30 minutes, Tandika, you going too far. You going too far, child. So now Puleng is being blackmailed. She don't know why. She don't know from who. But she suspect that it's Elizabeth, because the last thing Elizabeth said was, it ain't over, girl. It ain't over. Okay, so now she got to start investigating again. Who the fuck is targeting me? She went to the police. The police didn't have no doggone answers. Come to find out later, the police said that the IP address is bouncing all over the world. This person don't want to be found. Of course they don't want to be found. But yeah, so Puleng's like, look here, I need to talk to the source. I need to go talk to Elizabeth and Malta and figure out what's going on. Now, KB don't want to see his parents. They have embarrassed him. I still don't believe that KB their child. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, they embarrassed the hell out of KB. But in order to talk to Malta and Elizabeth, they gotta go through KB, right? They first start questioning Sam, like, hey dog, you know anything? Or can you remember anything? But it's too much of a touchy subject for Sam. He don't want to talk about that shit, right? So he bounces. Now, like I said, Fiks, she, get her swim on. That girl swim like a motherfucking dolphin. She in there swimming and stuff, But a little sophomore, she coming in, she swim to it. Apparently she beat her. Now, she got two little mean girls with her that help her throw shade. You always gotta have your little backup crew, whatever, helping her throw shade, and they trying to throw shade at Fikele Bele about the fact that this sophomore is whooping her ass in the pool, right? Well, she talked too much lippy, and Fiks pushed her ass in the pool. Sit down, little girl. I'm your senior. Mind your elders. Okay. So, of course, who got that on video? Somebody got that. I think Chris. Oh, everybody was recording. I'm surprised Fiks didn't get kicked out of the swim competition off the team. But they know that Fiks is damn good, okay? And she gonna come back. She gonna whoop off my ass. I'm talking about it in the water. She might be the ass for real. She do fight too. But still, at least in the water. So she convinced Chris. They asked Chris again, can you help Puleng out? And they break it down to him about what's going on. They can't tell him specifically, but, she feel like she being targeted, and we need your help to get to the bottom of this. So Fiks also talked to KB, and KB like, nah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Blondie. What is the Blondie name? I can't even think of her name. I'm not even sure she's on the show anymore. She's expelled from school. Remember, she had the drug ring going on. She expelled from school. And no, they did talk to her a little bit over FaceTime, and that's about it. I don't believe Zama, who is Puleng's friend, is on the show anymore either. They didn't even bring up Zama. And she was mentioned in passing last season. So I don't know if Zama is going to be on this season or not. I like Zama too. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody as far as like the main characters about what's going on. Sia. So I told you Fiks' real daddy is now on the scene, and he's trying to spend time with Fiks to get to know her. Fiks apparently loved this man. You know, she even telling him about the swim competition, but she hadn't told Brian about that. And then he done told Tandy. So evidently, Tandy is Tandika. Evidently, he always around them, and Sia don't like it. I can understand Sia. My daddy just died. And now you bringing this new man around who apparently is the man that you cheated on my daddy with. And he around all the doggone time. I got a problem with that. I understand Sia. I understand. And this is Sia's second year at the school. So I wonder if he going to have a more active role. You know, last year it was more about them trying to bully him. And then, you know, they had planted a recording device on him so they can like keep track of Puleng. So I wonder how much of an active role that Sia is going to have this season. So somehow KB decided to go ahead and try to set this meeting, at least with Malta. So KB, Malta, Fiks, and Sam goes over to the jail. And Malta is like, what the fuck? I thought this was going to be like a little family meeting, but not, like, nah, we here on business, dog. KB don't want to even talk to you for real. He only here for his friends. Like, you really hurt me as your son. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking criminals. Okay? So Malta tell him, no, I don't think that this little video and threatening thing that's going on with Puleng got anything to do with Point of Grace. That ain't how they roll. And trust me, when Point of Grace hit your ass, you ain't gonna question. There's gonna be no question at all that they there. Okay? So I'm like, who the fuck is it? Who is the Beware of the Buried? Because that's the name of the title of this episode. Who was buried besides Baba and Fiks' mama that I can remember? Y'all take me back to season 1 or something, because I'm like, who else got buried? Somebody, and they targeted Puleng. Okay. So they leave out of there, and Sam decides he gonna go over to investigate the spot where they were kidnapped at and held at with Puleng. And you know, the whole scene is triggering for him. You still see the chains. You see everything. He can visualize everything that happened to him and feel it in his soul. And some little person run through there, they chase him as some little kid. Okay. Well, after all that shit happened, you know, that's when the detective called Puleng and let her know that Detective Vance is missing. He was the one that was helping out the ring. He's missing. And they learned while they was at the jail, because Malta is all beat the fuck up. You know, people whoop their ass. That's how they do people that fuck with kids. They beat their ass in jail. He all beat the hell up. And he kept saying that he doubt Elizabeth had anything to do with what's going on with Puleng right now, because she's in the hospital in recovery. And I'm sitting here saying, nah. If she in hospital in recovery, she planned that. She planned whatever attack was supposedly happen on her so she can get to the hospital so that way that bitch can escape. Trust me, I don't think she in no hospital. I don't think she in no hospital, y'all. I don't think she in no hospital. Nah. Well, at first, Puleng was thinking that Ivan was the one who had leaked the video, and now she in the clear mind and understanding, nah, he couldn't have done it. But Everybody has now got notification that there's a new secret at the school. A sex scandal. They got a blurred out picture of image that is about to be released. And everybody's saying, who's that, Wendy and Chris? You know, because you see a black and a white person in a doggone video. When Puleng, when that hit the fan and it come out that it's Puleng, whoever it is want to have a meeting with her. Who the fuck could it be, y'all? If y'all can think of any person that could be on the other end of that phone call, maybe it's Vance. But why would Vance be at a teenage party recording them? Who else could it be? What other person? Is there a child that is somebody I'm missing from the ring as far as the teenager goes? That could have been in that household and been able to record them having sex in that house. What teenager did it? Who else could it be? I'm missing somebody. Like I said, Zama not around. I doubt if it's Zama, because Zama was her best friend. Who could it be? Only Ivan came from Spain. Couldn't have been Ivan. Is it another child who's been affected? I don't know, y'all. It got me stumped. Remember the teacher, the swim coach that Fiks was messing with? No, because I was going to say maybe it was his wife, but I was like, his wife would be going after Fiks and not Puleng, right? Like, Puleng's discovery has opened up. I can't tell. I don't know who. I can't even suspect who is the one that's doing this, child. Y'all let me know. Put it down in the comment section if y'all know. I think I may have forgot some things, but I think I got covered. And you see I don't go in order. Whatever I forgot, whatever y'all want to talk about, drop it down in the comment section. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This has been Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. Have a good one. Peace.